morning, gorgeous ones. I hope you've all had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. In Melbourne, we had a surprisingly good day yesterday weather-wise. So it got me thinking about expectations. So the expectation from us yesterday was that it was going to be cold and miserable and quite a bit of rain. And there wasn't. It was sunny. It was chilly, of course, because it's Melbourne. But the weather was lovely. And I went out yesterday in the afternoon and had a little potter around my veggie garden and just kind of inhaled the sunshine, if you can kind of do that. So one of the things I was thinking about this week, or this morning really, is this idea of expectations. When we have unmet expectations, good morning, Jodes, that's when we're often disappointed, miserable, cross, angry, frustrated, all of those sorts of things, compared to having no expectations. Oh, good morning, Deb. Haven't seen you for a while. Having no expectations and then feeling like surprised. Now, there's two things that I need to say about that, because I was reading, I love reading stories. I was reading a story about a bloke who spent his whole life expecting the worst. And the deal with that was he expected the worst, so then he was always pleasantly surprised if it didn't turn out like that. But what he robbed himself of was the joy of anticipation. So like everything in life, it is a balance. The balance is really where the learning comes. As you know, we have the 12-week mind-body rebalance. It's all about the balance. So the balance of expecting the worst so you're never disappointed versus robbing yourself of the joy of anticipation is really important. And the way I like to look at this is that phrase that you've heard Mary and I use often of holding things lightly. So you can look forward to things, but recognize that quite often the outcome is out of your control, and that's just how it is. So the outcome is what we hold lightly. We can still look forward to it. We can still focus on the process, if you like, and then the outcome is what it is. It's a really hard concept to put into practice. Morning, Kim. Morning, everybody. That the outcome is what it is, and sort of reducing your attachment to that outcome. That takes practice. And it takes practice of learning to hold things lightly, learning to let go, learning to sit in the forest of uncomfortable feelings, as I call it. Learning all of those things, learning self-compassion. They all take time. You can't just learn that from my 5-minute little chit-chat. My favourite word from last year was cultivate. So they need cultivating. You need to plant the seed. You need to water it, nurture it, learn it, and then it comes to fruition. It doesn't just happen overnight. A bit like Pantene. So basically, this is a long-winded way of saying, this week what I'd love you to be thinking about is just holding the outcome of things lightly. Doesn't mean expecting the worst. They're different. That's it, lovelies. I'm off to work today. I'm actually not wearing my scrubs, largely because I went to work on Saturday and I didn't wash them. So I'm wearing one of my favourite jumpers. You've seen me wear this because it's so snuggly, and I've realised I'm a texture fiend. I love things that make me feel snuggly. So if I could wear my hoodie to work, if it was practical, I probably would, but I'm not. So anyway, beautiful, beautiful day, peeps, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, Zools.